Welcome back, guys. We're finally in Lubbock, Texas, and we're finally in our van. At some point, in the not too distant future, I'll take you on a walk through and run through everything. Right now, the whole thing is a real mess. We've been unpacking and cleaning and doing all of those things that you need to do to set up the van, but we've picked it up and we're at an RV park now. Now, we've had quite a big delay between putting up videos, so I'm going to try and rush through a whole heap of them over the next few days, and then we'll schedule these to pop onto the channel. So the next one in the series is, of course, Pearl Harbor. So come along with us and enjoy. Not a lot of video in this one, unfortunately. There was a hell of a lot to get through, so there's a lot of photographs. So it'll be more of a photo montage than a video. But still, hope you enjoy. Okay, on first arrival to Pearl Harbor, we booked tickets to go to the USS Missouri, which is on the other side of the harbour, and got on a shuttle bus and went around. Once you arrive on the other side of the harbour at the Battleship Missouri Memorial, there's a bronze statue of Admiral Nimitz. So it's a nice little photo opportunity. Admiral Nimitz was involved with the surrender of the Japanese at the end of the Second World War. Moving on from there, you get into the area just prior to going up on top of the battleship. There's a nice little photo opportunity with a statuette with a sailor kissing a girl, atypical of the things that were going on at the time. The gangway going across, of course, has the labelling USS Missouri BB-63. That simply means this is a United States ship, Missouri, which is the name of it. The BB is a classification. It's a two-letter classification. The first letter is what the vessel is. It's a battleship. The second letter is a subclass. There are no subclasses for battleships, so they just repeat the first letter. And then 63, of course, is when it was laid down. Not the date that it was laid down, the order in which it was laid down. Once you're on board the Missouri, you are presented with the size of the weaponry. It is unbelievable. I've got a photograph of myself standing in front of the barrier that stops the waves from crashing through and washes them off the side of the vehicle. Beside me is one of the shells that the guns fire, and I'm probably about 6 meters in front of the turret itself, and I'm only about halfway to the end of the barrels, so they're huge. They are absolutely huge. Moving on from there, you go up to a little area where the signing of the surrender took place between Japan and the Allied forces, done on the Missouri, of course, and the Japanese, as I mentioned before, surrendered to Admiral Nimitz. And there is a brass plaque which has been affixed to the deck, denoting where this actually took place. Moving further around, you get a larger sense of just how massive this vessel is. It just seems to go on and on and on. Getting up into the top of the vessel above the guns, which is like the flying bridge, I think it is, where they can do all the navigation and everything. You can see out above the guns, and they're pointed pretty much directly at the Arizona Memorial. I think that's a coincidence. I don't think there's anything behind that. It's just where it aligns. So you get a nice little photograph of the two forward turrets and also the Arizona Memorial. The next area that we looked into was the area where all the navigation is done. Now this is really interesting because this particular part of the vessel is encased in even more steel. So if there's a direct hit to the bridge, this area is contained within another lot of defences. You want to have the people that are driving your vessel still alive to do it. This is the next area is a shot of one of 3 cabins that the captain of the ship had. This is the one which is up by the bridge, so when things are going down and things are happening, he needs to be right where the action is. He has another stateroom which is got a lounge and other such things attached to it, so if they were entertaining dignitaries or something like that, that's where that would take place. And the third one is an area which is restricted, we couldn't get to it. Once we finished up, we went back on the bus back over to the other side. There's a few photographs of the Arizona memorial. It's really quite incredible. The oil is still coming up out of the ship. Every now and again you'll see a little bubble of oil coming up. All of the sailors that died on the Arizona are still interned in the Arizona itself, so that's their final resting place, and a very solemn place to be. On the way back from the Arizona Memorial, because the Pearl Harbor is an active naval base, there just happened to be an aircraft carrier, and the aircraft carrier in comparison to the Missouri would be 3 times the size. They are just absolutely massive. So I quickly zapped a photograph of that. I'll probably get arrested shortly for taking photographs of military things that are active. Anyway, so there's our trip to Pearl Harbor. Well worth it. Go and have a look. It's a wonderful place to be, and to connect with those things that happened in 1941, albeit horrific things that happened in 1941. Alright, so guys, if you enjoyed the video, as usual, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. They cost you nothing. Cheers, see you next time.